All right, looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing amazing today. We've got a very special live coming to you. Wait for our guests to get on. Do me a favor, if you get on, please drop a comment, some likes, some share, drop it in someone's DM. All right, so let me see if I can add. There we go. I think I accepted it.
Let's see. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you
All
so much
right.
for asking.
Good. Let me see. Let me see how my lighting is. You know how these tech things are. Me and tech do not get along.
No, you good. Take your time.
That is why you build all my funnels. Because tech. Hey, guys. All right. I
One.
think that's too bright. Better? We'll take it off. Hey,
Yeah, you
guys. All
good.
right. I'm good.
All right, great. Yeah, so thank you so much for, just jumping on and having this conversation. I know you are extremely busy. So first and foremost, just want to thank you for your time and being on today.
Of course. I'm excited to be here. I love talking about building brands. That's what I do. So it's fun. Always exciting. Hey, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know some folks coming in, drop a comment down, let us know where you're tuning in from, share this with other people, other beauty entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general that want to learn how to launch a successful and profitable brand. Melody is the expert, the GOAT in this, like seriously. So we got, some gems coming for you. So of course, for those that aren't familiar with you, if they've been hiding under a rock somewhere, just a little bit about your background and how you even got started in this.
Sure. So my name is Melody, guys. I've been building brands since 2004, which is crazy because I don't want to talk about my age yet, but I do have a birthday coming up soon. Anyways, I've been building brands since 2004, and it has been a fun journey. My first paid client was Cora Tampons, in this side of the business, but I've worked with brands like Mix Chick, Native Deodorant. I did Tiger King's line. I've done close to over 5,000 lines to date in all categories: skincare, hair care, makeup, supplements, feminine care, beard care, penis products, you name it, we do it, sort of thing. Women's care, all the things. So I've been doing this for a long time. I started this business as a blog because I noticed that there was no one really talking about how do you actually build a brand that is both, profitable, lucrative, in other words, sustainable, right? Like, how do you be here next year or in 5 years? And that's one of the things I tell all my clients is like, yo, don't just build this for today, like be here in a couple years. Like that's the goal. And so a lot of people, what I have learned and noticed over with my clients, it takes about 3 years. 3 years to get really successful and profitable. But yeah, that's how I started. I have a background. I sold products in college. I went to Howard. I sold products from my dorm room. I had two websites, two e-commerce business. One was a water bottle store, and the other one was like a holistic kind of health products where we sold bioidentical hormones. So as you guys know what those are, like progesterone creams, supplements. I supported myself. I supported my mom. I supported myself as a single mom through those businesses. I had a product on Oprah at one time. We sold one of those companies. We closed down the other one in 2017. I'm always an e-commerce girl at heart, so I'm sure eventually I'll get back into it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We got a lot of other ventures going right now, though.
Yeah, that is great. So yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I know I heard that before, like having a product on Oprah, like that's major. Like you said it kind of quick and you skipped past it, like that's not
I
big.
know. It was major and game changing. So you guys, imagine being in your dorm room. You have a website. This is back in the day when SEO was it. Like I learned SEO from Dr. Ebiz. That's how long ago. I don't even think he's still alive anymore. That's how long ago it was. And I was obsessed with water bottles. I own the water bottle store. I still have a major collection of water bottles. And it was one of the first to market sort of products, like before stainless steel was a thing, and they were selling for like $28 at the time. So we got to go on Oprah. I was one of the sole distributors for a brand. So I didn't have my own brand, which is kind of how this got started. I didn't have my own brand. I was I was distributing. So I was a wholesaler for this other company. Although I had exclusivity, I didn't own the brand of it. And so we went from zero really, or maybe we were making like $5,000 a month. And in early 2000, that was a lot of money, right? How many of you guys like to make $5,000 a month right now? To $20,000 overnight being on Oprah, like in water bottles. So they
Wow.
were cheap. They were like cheap prices, and Anyways, it was crazy. So I did what everybody does. I ramped up on inventory. What I didn't know back then was to grab emails. So any of my clients will tell you I'm huge on buying or building your email list. There was no social media back in the day, so there's that. And so our business went from $5,000 a month to $20,000 a month in water bottles. I bought all the bottles I can get my hands on in China. And then what do you think happens? Competition. The mold gets sold to other people. People come on the internet and start selling the same thing that you're having. And me not having my own brand, just being a distributor, it was basically a race to the bottom with pricing. So that sucked. So I sold that business. If you guys, I want to tell you now, if you have an online business and you're like, this sucks, I don't love it, it's going to be gold to someone else. So don't just close it down, sell it. This is a great little tip. Go to flipit.com, go to bizbuysell.com. You can sell your business, especially in beauty, is worth something. So don't just close it, sell it. Anyway, so that was it. That was how I got started in this business.
Absolutely. And I love that. Don't close it, sell it, because I might want to buy it too.
Right. Right. That's what people don't understand, particularly in beauty. Beauty is selling for a ridiculous amount of money. Like, I just almost want to start businesses just to sell them. Like, you don't even have to get very far, y'all. You just got to get the branding, the product, and the name up, and you can start selling that thing. Like, it is worth money. So what you consider a failure is going to be gold.
Absolutely. All right. Someone said, awesome introduction. You're both inspiring personalities.
Okay. Well, thanks.
So, what are, you would say, like, our 3 keys to, like, launching the product? Of course, there's the production part of it. There's the launch. There's the marketing. Like, there's so much that goes into it, I feel. So, like, what are just some key things that you need to have in place to even think about it being successful?
Man, it's so funny. So I have a course called Beauty Brand Bootcamp, and I just literally got off Facebook Live with them because I just went over this step with them because it is the foundation. You have to know 2 things when you're starting a brand. You have to know, let me take this other earring off because I couldn't get the other one to work. You have to know 2 things. One, what problem are you solving in the marketplace and who are you serving? And that's it. That's what we have to know. That's the foundation. Here's what you guys start with. I'm going to build a skincare line for everyone, 20-year-olds and 40-year-olds. Well, Ryan can attest that that's a lot of different funnels we have to build. Totally different copy and ads. And if we don't know the problem that we're solving and the people that we're serving, we're going to spend a lot of money testing, which is super stupid expensive. So really have to understand the people and the problem, right? And so that can be anything. Like even if you're doing, I was really surprised. We were just doing a study on Gen X. How many of you guys are in Gen X or baby boomers watching? You guys are probably all younger, but this is a great example. In the top 5 concerns in skincare for women 40 and up is multiple things. So one of the biggest concerns was acne, which was a really big surprise because you would think that they're a little bit older, right? But not only is it acne, but they also want products that are made specifically for them, meaning they don't want to buy their daughter's acne product or that teen's acne product. And so when you can understand the problem that you're solving and the people that you're serving, then you can build a brand just for that. You know what I mean? Then we can build the acne product. I know your head's already thinking about the funnel. You can the creative, right? And so that's the biggest thing, you guys. Problem that you're solving, people that you're serving. The problem comes into, and for those of you guys that are listening, you guys have a lot of ideas and you want to start everywhere. Right? We can't do everywhere. We got to get super hyper niche and focused until we hit our 7 figures, and then we can go everywhere. And 7 figures is the crossover line to when I feel like you have sustainably mastered marketing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So that's it. And then of course production. I'll talk about that real quick. Supply chain is crazy, you guys. Supply chain is crazy right now. So you want to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time. So what used to be 4 to 6 weeks in private label is now 12 weeks for a lot of labs. So just understanding what's happening in the marketplace right now. So, and then of course, custom, you're really looking at 12 months to 18 months. And I think that's important to understand.
Yeah, I love that. That's great information. If y'all getting value out of this conversation, drop a comment, drop an emoji or something like that. Because that is true. Like, I don't hear enough entrepreneurs, and, of course, some of them come to me, you refer me, tons of people, people have reached out to me in general, and I don't hear enough people talk about the problem. product is great. I want to do it. Here's my idea, but like, I don't hear enough about it. You know, some people, you know, I know a lot of beauty entrepreneurs created out of like, you know, skin stuff or hair stuff. Like I had this problem with my hair, so I this, and now I want to get into the marketplace. Like that's great. You understand the problem, but I still don't hear enough people like talk about the actual problem that they solve, their avatar. Like you said, that goes into the funnel, your copy, your messaging. And if someone's confused or they don't think that it speaks to them, they're not going to buy. You know,
especially
so that's
beauty.
yeah, absolutely, especially beauty.
And the thing you guys want to think about when you're thinking about building a product is think about the stuff that you yourself, like as you're scrolling on Instagram, what are you stopping at, right? Are you stopping at like the features and the benefits? Oh, it's got vitamin C. Are you stopping at, oh, this is going to make your skin glow or your hair amazing or whatever that is? Because whatever you're stopping that scroll at is the same thing we need to look at when we're building our brand. And it honestly starts there, because without understanding that, the products don't matter, the manufacturers don't matter, none of it matters until we understand that problem. And like you said, right, a lot of people get way down the road, and then they have a conversation with someone like yourself who's a digital marketer, and you're like, yeah, great, well, what creatives are we using? And they're like, what?
What? All right.
What do you mean? What?
They didn't even think about that.
No, I didn't think about that. I just wanted a skincare line for everybody, you know, or even in a mature market like hair. Hair is a very mature, competitive space. What do you think is going to happen when you come out with the same hair oil that everyone else has? And I built a lot of hair oil brands, very successful hair oil brands, but you have to be able to differentiate. Am I doing hair oil for women that wear wigs or, you know, extensions, or am I doing hair oil for people that have alopecia? Like, we've got to be really, really clear on that. Those two things. Once we get that, then we're good.
I love that. I just want to check some of the comments. What do you think of CBD for acne, inflammation, help with batteries in sebum? I don't know what that is.
I think bacteria. Okay, so I love CBD. I personally love CBD as a personal thing. There's problems with selling it online, and I know you probably run into that. You can't run ads for it, right? Can you get away with it saying hemp?
I don't think so. I honestly don't.
Yeah, so if you're going to go into CBD, you need to understand that you're not going to be able to market it in a traditional way. And so before I would get a sample of a product, I would go understand the marketing rules around CBD. But what I like, what you said was you were very specific about the acne and inflammation. Those are two really important things that we can visually show as well. So I love that from an ads perspective. But yeah, I would be careful with CBD. I love it. Just understand what you have to do to market it, sort of thing.
Great. That was a great question. So now I do want to talk a little bit about list building. You know, why is it so important? What are some of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs, especially beauty entrepreneurs, make? And just like, what's your whole thoughts on like the entire list building part of all this?
So my clients know they are not launching their brand without 1,000 people on their email list. That is math. It's a mathematical equation. The math has to math, right? So you guys, I want to let me get clear. Facebook, social media, Instagram is 5% of a beauty brand's business. Now, we may spend all day looking at these beautiful ads and seeing all these amazing reels and stuff. That's only 5% of your revenue. Where do you think the other parts come from? 30 to 40% of that is your email list. So we have 1,000, I'm using my phone. Somebody do some math for me. If we have 1,000 people on our email list and we're converting at 30%, right? And our average order value is $100, this is how you get sales on day one. So what happens is a lot of people they go all the way through the launch, they go all the way through product development, and they go, I don't have an email list, right? And so then they start building their list. But if you are in my clients, you will not launch without a list. And so that's how important I think it is. I would also argue or say that SMS is coming up right behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, 10, 15, 20% because people are landing in the email boxes. But so as you're building your email list, always make it often for people to have an SMS, the texting as an option. It has 98% deliverability, whereas email, you know, is 30%, may land up in the spam or promotions or whatever. So have both. So how do you actually build an email list for beauty brands? Two ways I like to do it, and I test always. And I'll talk about a third way, but I want to put some caveats around that, or like an asterisk around that. So the first two ways we build is a quiz. Quiz is really important. And think about how many times we take quizzes, right? You can go to BuzzFeed and Google, you know, skincare quiz, hair care quiz, or whatever that is. A quiz is super important. It sounds like simple, but what's happening from our end, from our perspective, is that people are raising their hand on the problem that they're having. They're telling you their biggest concerns. They're telling you what solutions they're looking for. So quizzes are a fantastic way to build a brand. A list. No, it's not just a quiz without a whole funnel in place.
Right.
You can talk to that, right? But yeah. Yeah, but just high level, a quiz is that it doesn't take very long, you guys. We had a lady, actually our mutual client, Dr. LaFerge, her email list is like 8,000 and she just launched. It's crazy. With a quiz, you guys, with a quiz. So do the math at 30%, the math works. She's making consistent 5-figure sales because of that sort of thing. So that's one way. So quiz is the first way. The other way is a old-fashioned opt-in. 10 ways to get rid of acne, 7 ingredients you should never put on your hair, those kind of things. I had a brand that went from 0 to 100,000 people on their list with a 7 things you should never put on your hair opt-in. Seriously. And they had a beautiful funnel. Like it was, all the way done out with an offer and all the things, but it's possible. So now why do I like to say, well, there's a third way, which is the giveaway. The giveaways, I'm not a huge fan of giveaways. I am a huge fan of giveaways if you use them to warm audiences, meaning people that already follow you, know you, like you. You have 1,000 people in your social media. Doing a giveaway to get their email list makes a lot of sense because you're getting them off your social media and you're owning that information. So other than that, doing a traditional giveaway, you attract giveaway people and they're looking for freebies. So I'm not a huge fan of giveaways as a list build. I do always start with a PDF and a quiz, and then I test the entire funnel. Because what you will learn, and this is why you got to have a funnel built out and work someone like Ryan and, have your ads turned on, because what we need to see is how they go from the top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel and who converts best.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yes, these go on your website. These go on your website, which is awesome. So you can go to any hair brand, any company, and you'll start looking at quizzes and you're like, oh, that's their email list built, which is great. So that's really, really important. Like it is a 30% conversion or 30% of your sales. So you guys stop worrying about your social media and go build your email list.
Yes.
Like today.
100.
You're like, I got you.
Like, listen, because some people say that, and like you said, another great thing about the quiz too, of course, is the segmentation of it. Like, if you have multiple products or multiple things that you offer, not everyone may be interested in the same thing. So being able to segment them and, based on certain questions or responses, hey, we recommend this product or that product. That's a great way to get them on the list and segment them on the list as well.
Right. And personalization is huge, right? Having a personalized journey for someone on your list is great because you're not sending them stuff that's irrelevant to them. You're only sending them acne. You're only sending them hair stuff. Like, it's such a great way to do this. So yeah, I'm all about the email list.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Just a couple more questions. So I know you're very busy, and listen, she's dropping gems, y'all. I hope y'all taking notes. I hope y'all listening. If you're not in programs, make sure you get in. We can talk about that, of course, as well. So I know we've been talking about it, of course, but paid traffic and advertising and ads, even like your personal ads. I see your ads all the time. I like them. I'm not even necessarily the avatar, but I'm still seeing them. I like them. I know you're big on paid traffic for yourself and, of course, your clients. So, like, what's your personal approach and your thoughts on like your own ads internally, and of course for new brands? Should I start right away? Should I wait? Like, what's your thoughts on the paid ad part? Because I know it's a lot of people too that are like, oh, we only can do organically. You don't got to worry about ads, and Facebook ads and iOS messed everything up, so don't waste money and all that stuff.
Let me ask you guys something. You want to make money? How big of a business do you want? Put in the comments, let me know. If you want to be a 7-figure business, there's absolutely no way you're doing it without ads. Like, I just want to set expectations. In order to build that email list, you need to turn ads on for that. In order to grow your business, get retargeting ads, you need to turn ads on for that. And not every ad is a home run. And that's the other thing. Like, I love my ad person. We've been together for like a year now. And she's always like, resign this contract. I said, listen, I know it's been a year. We're going to stay together so we can learn each other and understand what works. I don't turn ads off without getting, she turns them off if she can see they're tanking. But you have to look at ads as an investment to get to whatever goal you want to do. Now, Facebook is terrible right now. There's no joke. Like, Facebook sucks. I'm not gonna lie about that. My Facebook ads did not perform as well as I wanted to. But recently, there's data that came out about the 3 different types of consumers and the way that we're spending. And so you have to understand who your consumer is and where they're like spending time on. So my particular audience is spending more time on LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. And so we did more on Facebook on this last launch, and that sucked. So now we're taking that data and we're going, okay, what we're going to do now is put it on, you know, more Instagram. We're going to start TikTok. We're going to start LinkedIn. But it was never, oh, they didn't convert as well as I want to. I'm going to stop advertising. It was, I'm going to advertise differently and learn why it didn't work, sort of thing. And so you guys, the thing about building a brand, the thing about doing anything is inherently you become a digital marketer. Like, I want you to get that in your brain. There's no difference between what I do, what Ryan does, what an e-commerce brand does. We're all in the digital space, and it is our job to understand digital marketing. Part of that goes into, it's our job to invest in Facebook ads. Now, I feel like ads is a skill set that I want to know a little bit about, but I never want to master. And there's people like yourself that you can just partner with that can grow with your brand over time, which is the best thing in the world. So yes, absolutely ads. No questions.
Good. I already knew the answer, but I just wanted you to, you know, reiterate it for the people. People in the back, they're like, oh, you don't need ads, or you can just do
it. Who says that? And are they making money? Call them, Ryan. Tell them the truth.
Give y'all the real.
Yeah, y'all can post all day long, but how fast do people not see that? But it's so much. So think about this. If you have a product page and Ryan builds you a funnel for it, right? And you build on that product page and you're running ads to it, if they don't buy on that first touch, the retargeting ads will get them themselves. But you just, by not investing in ads and not having someone set that up for you properly, you're just losing money. And then you're going to say, oh, this online thing doesn't work. When it absolutely works, but it kind of goes back to the beginning of, do you have your messaging right, your products right, the problem, and the people, and then do you have your ad partner with you, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think someone asked how do I book a conversation. You can just go on my bio. There's a link in my bio. You should be able to do it there. But like you said, it definitely shortcuts the process, especially for lead gen. You know, it is harder for e-com brands and for ads, you know, directly to a sale, stuff like that. But for the most part, a lot of the lead gen stuff we've seen is pretty much still good. You know, still getting pretty good conversion, still getting a pretty good cost per lead, stuff like that. So that is another way to really shortcut the process and get your first 1,000 or 10,000 people on your list really, really fast instead of trying to do it organically. It's going to take you years to get the 10,000 people on your list with no ads. Like, seriously.
See, let me tell y'all, I blogged for years and I had 4,000 people on my list and thought I was doing something. I did. And then I came in and built a funnel. And then you built me a funnel. And we're at like 65,000 people on our email list right now. That changes your whole game of your whole business, you guys. We went from being a mom and pop, Mel knows everyone, to like, who's that again? Sort of, I mean, it changes your business and it's a phenomenal thing. So yeah, you guys, if you're invested in your business at all, you cannot do the next step without ads and proper funnels. I will say that. I spend more time building funnels than I build brands at this point in my life. And they're getting so complex.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, how did this happen? But it did. Anyways.
All right.
Helpful, guys.
I don't really have too many other questions. If anybody has any like last questions before we let Melody go, of course, let people know how they can get into your programs. Like, you have your mastermind, you have like inner circle, you have like a lot of stuff. So, you know, if you let people know if they're not already in, how they can get in.
Yeah, so if you guys want to work closer with us, we have three different programs. Our first one is our boot camp. It's a Beauty Brand Boot Camp. So if you're someone that doesn't have a brand or you built a brand, you're not sure if you built it right, that's where you belong. You can join at any time. We meet every Wednesday and Friday, and it's already pre-done, so you can go through step-by-step on how to build your brand. And then we have our MBA Mastermind, which is super fun, which is all about marketing and sales for beauty brands. And we do so much. I'm proud of all of our clients, like so proud of them. They've started from no concept, and you're a coach in there too, no concept to brands to sales. We're really trying to get everybody to that baseline 10,000 and then up higher. We definitely have a group of high six figures, our CEO pod, where they're making already over $1 million. And my goal is that everybody ascends to that group in there. So if you're someone that has a brand or you want to consider growing or starting a brand, definitely reach out, send me a DM. You can follow me here at Beauty Biz Expert. Myself or one of our team members will get back to you as soon as we can. So I'm super excited about working with you guys. I've built so many brands. We'd love to build yours with you, alongside of you as well. And Ryan is one of our coaches in our MBA program as well. Ryan built out our funnels that our clients use, actually, because it's so important to me. We actually need, well, you're coming back, actually. So this is how cool it is. Ryan's coming back to do funnel reviews for our customers, because building a brand is so much more than the product and the logos and the, it is, once you get, that's the easy part. So anyways, I'm excited. So yeah, thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you for, just inviting me to the program and, all the other clients we've been, able to work with and stuff like that and partner with. So I definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you today. Like I said, I know you're very busy. You dropped a lot of gems on people. So make sure y'all tap in. We will save this live. So if you watch on replay, type replay, let us know. But if you got any other questions, make sure you get with Melody, get in her programs. She's definitely the GOAT with this. So that's all I got.
All right, guys. Have a good day, guys.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.